cutie, you're here. Let's begin, shall we? Hello, Marjorie. Any exciting new items in stock? Why so surprised? Today is such a special day. It's only natural that I'd want a souvenir to remember it by. Oh, is that how you see it? I suppose there's nothing wrong with that. At your age, these kinds of fleeting fantasies are normal.
Well, if it's a souvenir you're after, you're in the right place. I'm sure you'll find something that strikes your fancy, Lisa. Or you could let your new friend pick something out for you. Make it more of an occasion.
Yes, yes! Let us pick!
This pair? Soft, puffy, and very comfortable. Certain to make a little girl, well, in this case a woman, look quite adorable. After all, they're the same kind worn by toy dolls. They're practically a badge of cuteness.
Bloomers? I'm sure to attract some strange looks if I dress up like a small child in public. Do you have some strange hobby you're not telling me about?
You sure? Can't change again once you've made your mind up.
Well, if you insist, I'll just use them as an extra pair of pajamas. Goodness, is that the time? Marjorie, one last thing. About the legend of Vanessa.
This is the toy doll I was talking about earlier. Doesn't she look lovely in those shorts? It does look a little bit terrifying, doesn't it? I wonder if you could find some other use for it.
Voodo Doll, have you lost your mind? What could I have possibly done to deserve this?
You sure? Can't change again once you've made your mind up.
It is said that the gift of a voodoo doll is certain to curse its recipient. Although, magic of this level certainly wouldn't have any effect on me. But you're probably innocent to such things. Since you're just a traveler, I will pretend that none of this ever happened. Goodness, is that the time? Marjorie, one last thing. About the legend of Vanessa.
Me? You're asking me? I feel like Lisa is the well-educated type. Ah, that's right. I heard she enjoys items of historical interest. This is a new arrival. It took 3 adventurers to carry this big boy back from the ruins where they found it. It comes with a lot of history, as well as a lot of weight.
You do have strange tastes. If this is your way of saying you want to be my knight in shining armor, I'd rather you just say the words instead.
You sure? Can't change again once you've made your mind up.
I suppose it's not completely useless. I'll let Razor borrow it when it's time for his enhancement training. Goodness, is that the time? Marjorie, one last thing. About the legend of Vanessa.
This is a historical relic retrieved from some ruins by one of the Adventurers Guild. Sure, there's a bit of wear and tear, but this thing in the painting must be well over 1,000 years old. Though it doesn't make much sense to me.
My goodness. This is one of the 3 lost scrolls that make up the Northern Border Wind investigation. What is it doing here?
You sure? Can't change again once you've made your mind up.
My. You clearly know a treasure when you see it. This is a work of unparalleled significance for the research of ancient people's understanding of the elements. I will gladly accept it. Goodness, is that the time? Marjorie, one last thing. About the legend of Vanessa.
Welcome to Good Hunter. Table for 2?
3!
Oh, my apologies. Please sit wherever you like, and call me over once you're ready to order.
So we're gonna eat first and bring up the book situation later?
Why, of course. The stress of work really takes the pleasure out of eating, don't you think?
Work is that bad, huh?
Today's recommendation is the steak. What does Lisa like to eat? She's been here a few times with Master Jean for afternoon tea before. I think she normally orders something vegetarian. A lady tends to eat cautiously on account of her physique, after all. On that note, I should probably be watching my own diet a little more.
I guess I'll post an expedition.
Why don't you order us something, cutie? I'm ever so curious to know what your tastes are. Good Hunter's signature dish. If it's what you want, I'll try anything once.
You sure? Can't change again once you've made your mind up.
Finished ordering? Sit here, let's dine together. Beautifully tender and cooked to perfection. No wonder it's their signature dish. It's a shame I can't have more, but a witch must watch her physique.
Paimon's so full.
This seems like the sort of staple bar food you'd find at the tavern. It has an extremely strong flavor, so drinkers love it because they can actually taste it.
You sure? Can't change again once you've made your mind up.
Finished ordering? Sit here, let's dine together. Such a potent aroma. It's almost suffocating. I never thought someone your age would go for a dish like this. I always had you down as a little cutie. Now I'm not so sure.
Paimon's so full.
I imagine that making a good vegetable soup takes good quality ingredients, cooked in the right order at the right heat for the right length of time. At least, those are the principles that apply when one is making potions. But from what I've heard, soup making was a popular pastime among the witches of the past.
You sure? Can't change again once you've made your mind up.
Why don't you order us something, cutie? Eating salad is like piling on more and more elemental power. Raw, unfettered energy applied indiscriminately, with no elegance or control. It's the first mistake all magic users make when they're learning. But then again, if one genuinely had so much pure elemental power that they could solve any problem they wanted, that would be a different matter entirely.
You sure? Can't change again once you've made your mind up.
Finished ordering? Sit here, let's dine together. The ingredients are fresh. The Good Hunter certainly lives up to its reputation in that respect. Salad as a meal is a little bland, though. It always feels like there's something missing.
Paimon's so full.
I imagine that making a good vegetable soup takes good quality ingredients, cooked in the right order at the right heat for the right length of time. At least, those are the principles that apply when one is making potions. But from what I've heard, soup making was a popular pastime among the witches of the past.
You sure? Can't change again once you've made your mind up.
Finished ordering? Sit here, let's dine together. A fine choice. I'm pleasantly surprised. A truly enchanting dish. Certainly a good fit for a witch. I am simply brimming with elemental energy after that.
Paimon's so full.
This is our final call for the day.
Welcome. Couples are our specialty. Let me know what you'd like and I'll wrap them up nicely for you.
Yes. Now, which book was it that has the line, "A date without flowers is a date without romance"?
Take the hint.
Never mind. Your ignorance is somehow rather adorable.
Since you're here and Lisa is here and this is a flower shop, you might as well get a bunch of flowers, right? It only makes sense.
Some flowers for Miss Lisa? What would you like? Dandelions are one of our classics, and a personal favorite of Miss Flora, the shop owner. I know what you're thinking. Most flower shops don't sell dandelions. They're a nuisance to care for. Perhaps Miss Flora likes the sense of floating away to a faraway land that the dandelion evokes. Come to think of it, Miss Flora herself gives people the same impression.
You sure? Can't change again once you've made your mind up.
Dandelions? They actually sell dandelions? They have a refreshing scent, similar to the one Jean wears. Thank you. Okay, time to get back to business.
Mist flowers, over there in the corner. But don't touch them with your bare hands. You'll get frostbite. You want them? You're sure? What an unusual choice. It's just that Lisa seems to use Electro quite a lot. Things could get a little bit dangerous.
You sure? Can't change again once you've made your mind up.
Huh? These flowers are saturated with cryo energy. They could be very dangerous for me. Don't you know what happens when cryo meets electro? You certainly haven't been doing your homework. Meet me at the library after work, and I will give you some training on elemental reactions. If you still find it hard to memorize, maybe I'll have to give you a little taste of what it feels like to superconduct. Okay, time to get back to business.
You want my help? I don't know if I have the best taste in flowers. Why don't you go ask Miss Flora, the shop owner? I couldn't help but notice the flower on Miss Lisa's hat, though. I think it's a rose. Some flowers for Miss Lisa? What would you like? These roses were bought from a traveling merchant a few days ago. Miss Flora thought maybe someone would like them. This is the only bunch.
You sure? Can't change again once you've made your mind up.
I can see you put a lot of thought into this. Have you ever heard of the Witch of Purple Rose before? I thought that after returning to Mondstadt, I wouldn't have the chance to see fresh roses again. This seems like a good sign. Okay, time to get back to business.
Better see Barbara at the cathedral if you're injured. You want to know what flowers to get for Miss Lisa? We're not particularly close, but she strikes me as a classy lady. Yep, it can only be the Cecilia.
Some flowers for Miss Lisa? What would you like? Ah, the Cecilia. Did Miss Flora recommend it to you? This flower is a lot of effort to care for. I hope that I've been doing it right. Otherwise, they won't last long. But part of the Cecilia's charm is how precious and fragile each one is.
You sure? Can't change again once you've made your mind up.
Ooh la la, such fine taste. This rare flower is only found in Mondstadt's very highest mountains. If only you had picked them for me with your own hands, they would have had twice the sentimental value. Okay, time to get back to business. Donna, do you know why we're here?